Sorry guys, I could not see the Twitch chat and stuff, so I just had to get that sorted out. It looks like everyone's joined though. Just remove the... Cool. Now I can actually start. Here we go then. I can start, and this season can start. Welcome everybody. We are in EXA, as you should know by now, but it is now Season 9. It's a new page in the book for EXA, and we're ready to go racing once more around Silverstone for the first round. I've never seen this as the first round before, but it is an iconic circuit to start off with. Obviously, Silverstone being around since the first ever few races of Formula 1 back in the 50s. Silverstone obviously being a major tourist destination in the UK. Here we go then. We may as well watch this Ferrari head round, as he is the first one we saw on the camera mode, and we'll watch the onboard of the Ferrari car. Here we go then with the telemetry on as well, so you can see how much battery they use around each section. 2 DRS zones, remember, around this circuit. One on the Wellington straight and one on the Hangar straight. A little bit slidey. I think the throttle didn't sound too healthy when he was putting his foot down through that section. I think that's turn 3. Now heading down this Wellington straight towards Brooklands, and then it will be that very, very long right-hander of Luffield, and then it will be past the Ferris wheel, foot on the throttle, and powering down towards Copse. But you've got to get through. You've got to get through. Was it Woodcote? I've just my mind went blank for a second there. Apologies. Here we go then. The famous Copse corner. Obviously, we have had many famous moments through that corner, notably 2021 when the championships collided, Hamilton and Max. Oh, a little bit slow through there from the Ferrari driver, and not much ERS left, and this is invalidated. So we'll check out Rob here, because he's on a lap and he's just going through the same section, so it's just quite good timing here. And we'll see him head through Mags and Beckett's down to 7th gear through Beckett's, and then out of Chapel. A lot of ERS, and then DRS straight open as soon as you hit the Hangar straight. Now heading towards Stowe, where that Lando Norris stand will be next year. One of my friends will be there, not next year, actually this year, in this week, next weekend. We'll be seeing lots of papaya t-shirts in those stands around Stowe. And yeah, my friend's been there. I wonder if anyone else you may know may be going. But it is a pretty cool stand to be, because I've heard that you can see all the way down from to Chapel, and a little bit of Magnus and Beckett's, and then you can see all the way down towards Vale Chicane, which is where Paul Diver is just heading through right now. The Williams car has used all of his deploy. I think this is a lap, and it's 4th position for the Williams car. Jesus, a lot of talking. There we go then. So obviously we don't need to read out any stats or anything like that, you know, considering the championship standings and the constructors standings and all that, as it is a fresh page. So everyone will just be racing for the win tonight, making sure to pick up as many points for their team as you know, making sure, as Will Buxton will say, starting the first, you've got 19 other drivers behind you. Let's go. I think Crazy's not on a lap here, because he's on 100%. Maybe Tower is on a lap here. Only a little bit of deploy left, harvesting through Stowe. Coming into Vale Chicane. This will be a lap completed, as you know, he would have fully charged battery if he was going to go on a lap, or he would have pitted by now. Here we go then. Let's see what Tower can do. Can he tower the rest, or will he be toppled? He is in 4th position for the time being. Aston Martin and Mercedes doing a pretty incredible job so far in Q1. I assume it's a full quali, or is it a short quali, because we're missing him? Full or short quali? let's have a look at anyone who maybe hasn't set a lap time here. Both the Kick Sabbers not really setting lap times just yet. McLaren have set a lap time, but it's not an overly competitive one from Crazy. Charlie Murphy still needs to head around to finish his lap first. I think he's heading through Chapel there, heading down towards Stowe, picking up the DRS down the hangar straight. Let's watch. I guess this is Mozzie. I think this is like what it's meant to be spelled out as. The double five will be the S's. So I'm just gonna say Mozzie for the time being until someone tells me a nickname or saying that I'm completely wrong, because sometimes I can be a bit useless with nicknames. Alright then, it's already down to 20% battery if this is a flying lap from Kick Sauber car. Would you say that's slightly missing the apex? You might want to be just kissing it a bit closer maybe, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. Completely out of deploy, trying to pick up a bit of slipstream from that slow car on the inside. You saw that he moved over, trying to pick up a bit of extra speed heading through Stowe, especially as it's not really a sharp corner. It's not, you don't really need too much heavy braking input, so you want to be carrying as much speed through there as possible. So yeah, slipstream could be quite useful down there. I wonder if teammates will be doing a bit of teamwork maybe, slipstreaming each other through that section. But for Mozzie, it's only going to be 10th place for the time being. His teammate now setting a lap time on the soft tyres. It's short quality. Oh, okie dokie. Good to know. This circuit has had 10 major layout changes since its first Grand Prix, which is pretty crazy. I mean, I think there's a lot of these like posters and track maps of the circuit as Stefan actually invalidates and Zach is on the side of the road here. But yeah, it's pretty incredible. That's pretty much like a new layout every. That's like what, like 1.2 layout changes every decade. Unless I'm being really stupid. I finished GCSEs now, so I honestly could not give more of a shit about maths. So correct me if I'm mistaken, but it's a new layout pretty much every decade, more, which is pretty crazy. I did watch the movie. I really liked it. There were some bits of it that were like different. I liked how it had, because some bits of it were kind of what you'd get in your tip. Not like a lot of movies have this kind of thing, but some bits of it were kind of what you would see in everyday movies, and then some bits were different, which is what I quite like. There were some interesting bits that I haven't really seen being used, or anyway, it's difficult to explain. But the only, you know, the scene where he's at Monza and the car flips over that tiny little sausage curb. That bit, when I saw that scene in the movies, I was slightly dropped with my approval of the movie. I just felt a bit disappointed when I saw that car. I was like, seriously, we're doing one of these scenes. Like, it's not Cars, bro. It's past my expectations, yeah. But I just found that scene where he's like flipping in the air at Monza was just really over the top. It was like that Hollywood scene. You know, it was the Hollywood part of the movie, and I didn't really like it. I just immediately felt a bit like disappointed with that scene. But people's preferences. Yeah, I do remember there was an F2 crash, but I don't know, it just felt a bit over the top. Just a bit. I think Mr. Bean is on a lap here, but they're charging, so no, I assume not. I need a drink. Get a drink. I am very thirsty. 2 tenths up for Danger, where Winstone in the Red Bull seat. The only Red Bull right now on this leaderboard. We are missing a Red Bull driver, an Alpine driver, and who else are we missing? A Williams? Yes, we are. We are missing a Williams, Alpine, and a Red Bull. So those teams, unless they join a bit later, those teams will have a major disadvantage going into this first round for the Tier 5 here in EXA. looks like Throne Globe is on a lap, heading through Copse with the hot lap battery enabled, which means they are pushing on this lap 190 miles an hour heading in towards Maggots, and then about 160 through Beckett's, and then about 100, 120 through Chapel. Yeah, Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel, and then a lovely DRS straight. This DRS straight is, I think, 750 meters, while the Wellington straight is actually 770. So I always thought the Hangar straight was longer, but surprisingly, that Wellington straight is apparently longer by about 20 meters. I assume maybe they're including they're not including the kink bit as a corner. They count that as a straight, maybe, but apparently the Wellington straight is longer. Lovely bits of grass cutting, we can see from the V-carb there. I can't see, okay, 5 minutes left. I was about to say, I can't see because of all these yellow flags, but we do have 5 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for everyone to head out for one more attempt, especially those who haven't even set a lap time yet. They will want to be setting one as soon as possible, probably even put in two laps of flying flying lap fuel, you know, so that if you mess up the first one, you can always get a second chance if you leave the pit lane now. I think Rob is on a flying lap here with the hot lap battery setting enabled. Still in 8th gear, then down to 7th. Where would he go? Down to 6th gear, not even down to 5th. It is 6th gear with a lot of ERS being drained here. You can see that deploy, the little green line going around the battery of the yellow line. That is their deploy. That's where they put it on the telemetry this year, and that is getting pretty low heading into Vale, and I don't think he's going to have any power to help him out of the final turn of this Vale chicane. Maybe a tiny little bit to drain, but that's all he's going to have left, and could that possibly compromise a couple of hundredths? Maybe, but I mean, he still goes almost a second quicker, so 6th place for the Haas car, as he's quickly dropped 1 place from the Mercedes driver, going even quicker. The lighting looks a bit weird on that Mercedes. It looks like it's gone back to its black state where it had the black on the front. So Guardian has set a 1:29.4 and the quickest lap time is a 1:26.8. Bit of a gap between first and second here. Stefanacci needs to step it up, and the rest of the grid needs to step it up as well if they want to get anywhere near the lap time of Dion. Into the pit lane goes the Ferrari. I don't know if he'll have time to go out again, whether or not that's going to be his quali finished. Let's wait until that yellow flag disappears and we'll see how long he's got to get in and get out. A lot of people are still in the pit lane, to be honest, but they should be starting to put their fresh set of softs on that they've got left, empty the fuel for one more flying lap, and get ready to warm those tyres. It's looking a bit gloomy, a bit cloudy in Silverstone. Have we got any rain forecasted? Possibly. But for the time being, it's still dry, so everyone will be able to compete a competitive and equal lap time from those that were set 10 minutes ago. Could be even better with track evolution. Possibly could be a thing here. I think track evolution is usually more of a thing around the street circuits, as the street circuits don't get the Formula 1 cars going around them 24/7 and other race cars. So I guess track evolution is a little less noticeable on these major big race circuits. But it could be a thing. Could be possible. I wonder if the X5 guys will do a 1 or 2 stop. Yes, the 2 stop is actually now a possible strategy to use in this game. Obviously in 24 it was literally just either medium to hard or hard to medium. Now, I think Silverstone also, last game, Silverstone was like one of the few tracks that you would actually use soft tyres on in your strategy. So we might actually see some 2 stops here with some going on the soft tyres on the start, and then maybe a medium to hard or soft hard or something like that. It depends if we're going to have any safety cars or virtual safety cars. I don't know if red flags are on. I doubt it, but do you know if we've got red flags on? Do we have I think someone said there was formation lap though. Formation lap is on. Keep your distance from drivers in front of you. Disqualify. Purpose will be penalised by the ban. Yes, so we do have formation lap, which is great This is great. Any other commentator will know that having the formation lap on is amazing because you actually don't, like, you don't get jump scared into doing your race start. Because whenever I try and talk about the circuit, the lights always go on like midway through my sentence, and it is a little bit annoying. No red flags. We have formation lap. Okay, cool. I'm assuming you have no ghosting as well. It is just you have ghosting off, so we'll just go straight into the race, I assume, after quali. Because I mean, I'm not doing FOR streams anymore, thank the Lord. But they used to do ghosted cars, so I have to. Whenever I do another league now, I always have to ask, like, do you have ghosting on or not? Because I never really bothered to tell if someone's ghosted or not. Give strategies an extra thought. Tyre warming is important. Tyre warming is important, but remember, one of my friends did a league race, and around, I know it was Bahrain, so the deg was obviously going to be terrible, but he was like burning the rubber quite a lot, like wheel spinning the rears, and his rears were on about 30% before the race even started. So do not overcook those rears, otherwise you will be sitting on like 20% on the line. So yes, make sure that those tyres are warm, but also don't burn them. Don't burn out the tyres, because you will be sitting on 30% if you spin them during the formation lap or whatever too much. No restart. Dirty air is bad enough. Yes, now also just reminded me, yeah, dirty air is now a thing in this game, so make sure to be looking out for when people go through maybe like Lovefield towards Woodcote and corners like that. Make sure to look out for the dirty air making any differences to the driver behind on their exit speeds of the corners, because I mean, when I've been doing some of my career modes, the AIs always get phenomenal exit speeds, but with the dirty air included, sometimes it can just be lethal. So make sure to look out for anyone ahead of them pulling away with behind that dirty air. Also, this has got a lot of high to medium speed corners, so especially through Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel, dirty air will be quite a big factor through there. And due to these high to medium speed corners, tyre strategy is very key around here. So yeah, high speed corners cause heavy tyre wear, as we all know. So apparently, especially on the left front. So we'll look out on those left fronts, drivers, because I believe that's where you'll be getting most of it. You'll be leaning into those front tyres heading through Maggots and Beckett's. So the two-step strategy could be quite a big thing around this circuit. So we have finished with quali, by the way. The timer went down to 0. We're just waiting for, I think, that last person to enter the garage after finishing that lap. But it is going to be, as I've been yapping away, it's going to be a Mercedes front row. We've got McLaren in 3rd and 5th with the Kick Sauber splitting the two. So it's a lovely papaya bread and green, whatever the hell was green that you put in your sandwiches. McLaren sandwich with the Kick Sauber in the middle. So there you go. Short quali goes quite quickly, especially when you do a lot of long quali sessions most of the time. My Xbox sounds like a fucking jet plane. Well, I don't know why, but I've got a perfectly good Xbox. Like it's the X series. It's it's not that old really. I mean, it's like 1.5 years old. And whenever I load up an F1 game, it just like overheats like crazy. It doesn't overheat, but the fan starts spinning like crazy. No, I've got like Forza Horizon 5, which has got like 179 gigabytes or something like that, and it doesn't overheat as much as Formula 1 does. Season 9 already the worst. Alright. Here we are then. It does look quite cloudy, but I feel like people would be making a bit of a bigger deal if rain was forecasted. But anyway, good evening everyone. Welcome to Silverstone. this a 5.81 kilometre track. Very, very famous corners and one of the first ever tracks implemented into the Formula 1 calendar back in the 50s. We have a 430 metre run down towards turn 1 from the start-finish line. Everyone will be getting ready for the Silverstone Grand Prix. Downforce is quite high round here, tyre wear is high, and track evolution is kind of in the middle really. Overtaking opportunities are pretty good, especially down towards Stowe and maybe Luffield as well, or Brooklands, and look through Vale Chicane, as some people will be keeping side by side through Stowe and then heading down towards Vale, so we could see the fighting through that chicane as well. But here we are, first race of the season. Is a pretty gloomy day in Silverstone. We have both Mercedes on the front row and the formation lap is about to go, and they are off. Mercedes leading. McLaren have, as a team overall, have the advantage after the Mercedes team. Then you would say the Kickstarter have got a nice advantage in 4th place here. Let's have a look at the tyre choices for our drivers. Jamie opting for those soft tyres. Look out for him. He could be blasting through the field through these first 1 or 2 laps compared to the mediums. We've got Mr. Bean on the hards and Pool Diver as well. They could be getting a bit of a slower launch off the line, so make sure to see if they drop back, as well as those cold tyres. Hard tyres will be cooler on the race start, as they will be more difficult to heat up on this formation lap. And making sure not to overheat and overburn the rear tyres, and yeah, you don't want to be sitting at 30% deg already after the formation lap because you've done too many burnouts on the tyres. So let's hope that no one does that with their tyres. Braking severity as well is a 2 out of 5 apparently, so it's generally low because of these high-speed corners. You've got Vale, you could say like Brooklands and Luffield are kind of low speed, and then you've got Village as well. They're lower speeds, heavier braking zones because you're pretty much going flat out to nothing. But other than that, the rest of the circuit is pretty high, flat out or medium speed turns. So look out for high deg on those front lefts, front rights. It'll be nice to see if we can get a mix of 1-stop and 2-stop strategies, but I mean, with this circuit having quite a more higher deg side of things, I think the 2-stop could be possibly the more common option. It depends on whether or not league racing, is it worth risking in a league race for 2-stop. Medium hard is the winning strategy, apparently by 1-person vote. Here we are then, all the drivers who have got traction control off might be doing a little bit of a burnout before they get to their grid positions, making sure not to overdo the grid place like the Aston Martin did just there, and that is Jamie going off his grid position, and unfortunately not a good start for him there. Just waiting for those final few drivers to line up. Here we go then. Look at the Mercedes on the front row, pointed to the middle of the circuit. So is the other Mercedes. Here we go then. It's 5 lights for the round 1 of EXA. Lights are out and away we go. The Silver Arrows will be looking to defend the positions off the papaya and green teams behind. It's going to be side by side between Charlie Murphy and Steph, heading down towards the arena section in this first sector of Silverstone. Everything seems to have gone perfectly for the Mercedes team for the time being, but round the outside tries the McLaren driver, just can't get through. And Jamie on those soft tyres, I did say look out for him because he will be flying past a few drivers. He's already made 2 places at the start as well after the squabbling between Crazy and Steph. Pool Diver as well, he's gained 1 place or 2 places. He's fighting around right now with Throne Globe behind him. They were alongside, but the Williams has been able to keep ahead of the Visa Cash App RB. Mercedes have had a great launch here. Looking further back, everyone looks to be trying to get as good of a launch down towards Copse and this old pit straight, as no one looks like to be making a move here except for the Ferrari. Oh, we're looking for a move on the Alpine, but oh no, it's gone a bit too flat out and didn't really get the optimum line there and goes miles off the circuit, losing 2 places because of it. And now Ferrari have not got a great start here, and I don't think Guardian has a a good setup here, because he's really struggling on those tyres already. I do not know what's wrong with his car, but let's look further up, because Jamie is diving down the inside of Charlie Murphy. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. And that is down the inside of Stowe. That is where you're going to see most of the overtaking opportunities. No switchback for the McLaren driver into Vale. But there we go. McLaren now 4th and 5th. And Mercedes 1 and 2. Charlie is the defending champion, apparently. So it didn't look like he put too much of a defending fight against Jamie, but I think that is probably just because he knows he's on a different tyre compound. Maybe Jamie can try and forge a path through the Mercedes cars for Charlie and his teammates. Maybe if they can work together with Jamie for these first few laps, maybe try and, you know, not use the soft tyres because they're not actually on them, but pretty much kind of say, we're going to borrow those by you driving in front of us. Let's just hope the dirty air isn't too bad for them when they're stuck behind the soft compound runner. Still got a pretty long DRS train, no split just yet, except between Guardian and Danger Winstone, but Guardian is really struggling. It looks like his setup is completely wrong here, because through Magnussen, Beckett's and Cobbs earlier on first lap, he was all over the shot, could not go flat out through Cobbs. Let's just see what he does through here this time round. Okay, he seems to have fixed it now. I guess he must have just had a really bad sector. But it looks alright now. Globe struggling to keep in a 1 second gap between himself and the Williams. And is this a sign that we're going to see a break in the DRS train? I do not know, but oh my days, Jamie very late on the brakes there, or very light on the brakes, kind of trying to carry the braking zone a bit longer, but not stamping on it as much as the Mercedes driver did. Going for a switchback here, and can the Mercedes do a little through goes Hamilton moment? No, he cannot. He'd have to sit behind that Mercedes car. That might have been a penalty or a warning for the Mercedes driver going wide at the final corner of Club, but not just yet. Talking about Club, Jamie is pretty much stuck in a club sandwich right now, if you want to go into some British culture. I'm pretty sure the club sandwich is a pretty Britishy kind of lunch. Alright, then 3 positions gained for Jamie. This is pretty much the start he needed, even though he's not, you know, pushing the Mercedes too far here. 3 places gained is already brilliant for the soft comp kind of tyres. So even if he does start to fall back, he's already given himself a good advantage to if he hadn't have passed those 3 cars ahead before. Mr. Bean holding on to that final points position, not in DRS of the car in front, and Mozzie behind is just hanging on for dear life behind that Alpine car to try and get some DRS, but through Magnus and Beckett, maybe if his wings are a bit lower, maybe he's got a bit more straight line speed because he's caught up to Mr. Bean on the straight there, but maybe, let's just see that gap, maybe he's got some lower wings and Mr. Bean's got those higher wings as Charlie Murphy, the so-called defending champion with a 3-second time penalty, he cannot defend the track limits around Silverstone. Let's see if he can defend his teammate though. Looks like they're working together though. Steph, I think, is getting a bit close behind Crazy. But you can see there the DRS is helping out Mozzie to try and get past into the points places. It looks like most of the action though is between this top 10. Everyone else behind is kind of just beginning to forward back. Yeah, Danger hasn't stopped, but he's gone back a bit. I did not realise that. These are your tyres, just to let you know. Those who were on the hard compounds, it was Mr. Bean and Paul Diver. Everyone else except for on the mediums, except for Jamie, who we've been talking about quite a bit with his 3 places gained off the start. But I mean, I would look here and say that McLaren is actually pushing the Aston rather than the Aston is pushing those Mercedes along. So how bad is the deg on that front left on the Aston just yet? Is he really having to nurse his tyres already? He's already, like I said, already gained 3 places here. He doesn't need to be too aggressive, but you can just tell through Luffield, he's trying to get on the power, but the car is saying, nope, I'm going to try and swing the rear out, and it's just wheel spinning the rears. And so if you ever see a driver sort of shaking the wheel, trying to keep the car under control, that is because they've put a bit too much throttle down with traction control off, and they're trying to stop the rears from drifting out and doing a bit of Tokyo drift through those slower speed exits on the slow speed corners. Alright then, no overtaking just yet between this front pack. Everyone just seems to be minding their own business, just doing their own thing. Nothing too crazy. It's a bit annoying that it's a cloudy day because the sun is coming through my window and it's not like reflecting my screen, but it is reflecting around my screen. So it's a little bit annoying. Also, it makes it quite glary. In Britain, if you don't live in Britain, we do get quite glary clouds. I mean, obviously other countries get glary clouds, but like on occasion, when it's a sunny when it's a summer's day, but it's cloudy because it's rained the night before or whatever, it does become quite glary. And this is kind of, I mean, it doesn't look too bad obviously on game because it's a video game, but if it was this weather in real life, you would probably be needing sunglasses on those visors. I mean, they pretty much are sunglasses though, aren't they? Because they've got so many strips of it on the front of them. Bit twitchy. Was that a bit twitchy from the McLaren there? I do not know, but he's falling back on his teammate. His teammate falling back on the soft compound runner. And I think Jamie's been on a bit of a push lap here to try and keep up with the Mercedes. And now the top three is away from the back three of the top six. Mr. Bean fighting with Mozzie. We did see Mozzie was in his DRS slipstream, and oh my days, Mozzie is kind of dangerously driving slow, going up towards Mackett and Beckett's, really slowing down Mr. Bean on these hard compound tyres. I mean, there are different strategies, so Mr. Bean doesn't need to be working too hard. That might be a warning, but it's actually Zach who picks up a 3-second time penalty down in 15th place. Like I said, on different strategies here, they don't really need to be fighting it. Like, if the mediums are still quicker than those hards, let the medium fly away. If he's slower, try and get past, but it is just kind of a little bit annoying for Mr. Bean, who's trying to make his own strategy up right now. Zach with a 10-second. Is he already retired from the session, or has he just had a big cock-up heading in towards the slowest pit lane, by the way? I'm pretty sure this is the slowest pit lane on the calendar. Changing his tyres early onto the hard compound tyres, and I am going to assume, with some common sense, that this is a 2-stop for Zach, but unfortunately it's a 10-second penalty as well. So he's gained, but also he's gained some tyre grip, but not gained any time doing so really with that 10 seconds. No safety car just yet, but I would be surprised if there was to pick up one at some point. But usually it's the race start is where you see most of the chaos. But for the time being, X5 doing a great job. Nice, clean fighting between most of our drivers. And these guys are getting awfully close. Tower has begun to close in. And oh my days, Mozzie is very, very slow through Cobbs here. Is he already struggling to put his foot down all the way through, full throttle through Cobbs? Because, yeah, he is really struggling through there. And I think he's charged his battery, because you can see the flashing light on the rear of that Kick Sauber. Either he's trying to charge there. I think that means, yeah, I do think that means he's charging. It's he's got the DRS, so what he decides to do is put the battery on none while he's got the DRS, so he's not really losing any time, but he's not gaining any time. Hello, Matteo. Do you want to join up, or are you're right? Only lap 7 of 26. These have been quite, I would have to say these have been quite long first few laps here actually. I am just going to go get a drink, so apologies, but I have a very, very dry mouth. Give me a second. Oh my days. Wow, I go for 1 minute and Charlie Murphy has retired from 4th position, has either disconnected while he's entered the pits or whatever, or he has just generally retired. Maybe he got a 10-second as he entered. Do we know why they retired? Did they get a 10-second or something and then retired, or? Don't know, but that is the end to one of the McLaren drivers, and we've only got one McLaren left. Very unfortunate ending to Charlie Murphy's race. And Crazy's trying to have to hold off Steph and Paul Diver right now, who are close on his tail. All that dirty air, though, be helping out. Apologies. Will that dirty air be helping out the McLaren driver by slowing down the kick Sauber, because the Williams is getting awfully close to the inside, making a lunge, and a successful lunge, heading down towards Vale now. Will there be another dive? No, the kick Sauber ceases position, and the Williams is now upper place. Give me one. Oh no! Crazy! That was a crazy slide from Crazy, and he's down about 3 positions now, and it was going well for McLaren, but it's just gone from okay to bad now. It's not completely dreadful just yet. He's still in the race, but very, very unlucky. Those medium tyres must be beginning to slip and slide as he heads through some of those like slower speed corners. Give me a second to just do something. There you go. I've included party audio, Matteo. Oh, that's Crazy again. 8-lap old mediums, not serving the McLaren driver well at all, and he's just lost even more time. So the curse of the commentator, I would have to say there, that is probably my fault. But once again, it's another grassy ending. How did you join?
Joined off your Xbox.
Oh. Do you want to put your mic a bit closer to your mouth, because I cannot hear you. So will Crazy be pitting this lap? Actually stays out. After all the issues he's having, he is still staying out. Steph finally begins to pit and leaves the hard tyre runner of Paul Diver on his own in the Williams to press on 4 seconds back on the Mercedes duo, who right now are back in their 2010s prime. So Jamie, who was on the softs earlier, is actually surprisingly set a quickest lap on the mediums as he's pitted with 2-lap old mediums now. So I'm assuming this is this could be a one-stop actually. This does look more like a one-stop because it's only that's 17 laps though. It is quite a lot, so maybe it is a two-stop.
I doubt anyone's going to do a two-stop round Britain. It's 26-lap race. Right.
Oh, that's someone else off. That's Jamie. Jamie, who's just at the fastest lap.
I can't. Oh, it's safety car. Safety car.
Yeah, it's not said it yet, but it looks like.
Oh, is it a VSC?
Like
I think it's a VSC.
Yeah, no safety cars come out just yet. Watching the track map. Oh, so Jamie, who has just gone on to new medium tyres 2 laps ago, now with no front wing and has cocked up his lap. That's another commentator curse. That was a commentator curse. Oh, DRS enabled. We're back up and running again. And oh, Mr. Bean has had a good start from this virtual safety car restart and has been able to pull away from Mozzie and gets it to 7th place. On the hard tyres, they'll be a lot quicker. Not quick themselves, but a lot quicker than those medium tyres. So there we go, Mozzie gets overtaken. He finally chooses now is the time to pit.
I got that.
Guardian just took him out, apparently.
I got that college thing.
You've got that what?
That college thingy.
Tomorrow?
The induction day thingy.
Tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
Oh, mine's on the 1st.
I gotta get up so early. Gotta be there for 9:50.
Did you do the Microsoft 360 thing?
Yeah. You know what? I don't even know what that is.
Apparently you're meant to do it before you go, something like that. but it
Really?
hasn't worked for me. I've tried to do it. I've tried to log in with the username they've given me, but it doesn't work. Apologies, guys.
Here to begin. Login.
Yeah, like it says click here to begin, and
then
then
it says download it.
Yeah, it says download it. I've already downloaded it, and then when you go onto the website, it doesn't give you. It doesn't like take.
It
you
just
or
gives
has
me a
a-
list of all my files.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything, and I've tried to log in with the details that it's giving you on the email for your
Oh, look,
college
you can
account.
I've
tried to log in with my and that's off in the grass for Rob. It doesn't work. I've tried to log in with my details, and it doesn't work. So he took you out on purpose. Lovely. You can clip it and get him. He might, if he's purposely taking you all out, then
that's
you
a
could
server
probably
ban
get a
or
race ban.
season ban.
That's a ban, yeah. So Rob is in the pit lane, and one of the first Mercedes who have gone on a very big.
The Mercedes are doing
medium
very well,
stint.
can I just say. I mean, I've just joined this race, but 1-2 is pretty good.
Yeah, I said earlier on that they're back in their 2010s.
I'm going to sign
James
out
Vowles
of
is
my...
back.
Oh, hold on. What do you mean James Vowles?
Because Vowles used to be part of Mercedes, didn't he? And then he went to Williams.
Right, I'm going to sign in with a new email then. Let's see if this works. I have to log out my other email.
Yeah, log in with the email it's giving you.
Yeah,
the
but it's not
username
even
it's
an
giving
email, it's just a username.
you. Yeah,
How does that even work?
I don't know.
I'm going to put at... Okay, I'm going to put the at... Oh, look, it says... You have to put your... You have to at your email as well, at colliers.ac.uk. That's what you got to do, Elliot. Yeah. It says...
I'll look at it.
It's saying a
I'll look
follow
at it
through.
tonight. All Tower getting close to the back of Bean, but 11 Apple
This
mediums
is so
will be
stupid.
beginning to
Like,
wear thin.
why do you put your surname before your first name? Like, who does that?
I have no clue. It should be an easy overtake. Going around the outside, looked to the inside, didn't fancy it. Fancied the outside lane to get the best possible run on those old mediums. Will it be pitting this lap? No, another lap round on these medium tyres. I would have to say they are looking after these very, very well, considering that Britain has these very high medium speed corners, which will be taking out that front left quite a lot. Dion got a 10 seconds time penalty in the pits.
Oh no, man.
And the driver who had dominated quali and has been
How far
dominating
do you
with his
get?
teammate
How
in
far
the
do you
race.
get? Funny result then.
It was what lap time was it? I thought it looked. What is? Does 28 sound reasonable? I think it was like 128 something.
28 is slow, but obviously it's still fine.
Was it 28? 26.8. 26.8. I thought there was an 8 in it.
Fair enough.
126 and 8.
This password is so stupid.
I'm probably setting like 20
Ooh,
minutes.
I can update my password. Wait.
Asian Simp 101.
No, I don't put that. What should I put? I mean, that is actually quite a good idea for a password, to be fair. I mean, unless I forget it, then you have to go to a teacher.
Rose Simp. What was your previous password? Can I type it in?
It was Hamilton or something. It was like Hamilton 40 short.
Oh, Mr. Tower pitting in with a 10 second speed in the pits. That has been like what, the 5th victim?
Like, why is
Fourth
there
or
so many
fifth victim of
Mr.
speed?
here? There's Mr. Tower and then there's Mr. Bean.
Yeah, Mr. Bean, Mr. Tower.
Legend is actually a mini.
Mr. Bean is a legend in EXA. Don't disrespect Mr. Bean.
Really?
Yeah, Mr. Bean is an absolute legend. He's an OG legend in EXA.
How come?
I don't know. It's just Mr. Bean. Yeah. As soon as I say it, everyone just puts Mr. Bean with a shouting emoji.
Fair enough. Right, I've updated my password. I'm in, Elliot. I'm actually in. Wait, that sounds it.
Luke last night.
flag. I actually don't want to. Last
Okay,
night,
then.
that's 2 nights ago. He's for Florida now. Wait,
Jamie with a
this
3
guy's
second,
getting
that's
lapped. I just realised.
gonna be very nice. 19 seconds for Zach.
They're both going.
So
into
you've
the
got
pit lane.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers from speeding in the pit lane.
Things bug. Well, Silverstone is one of the difficult ones because it's the first pit lane
Yeah,
on the
because you're
calendar.
going in flat. One, you're going in flat out, and 2, it's just a really shit pit lane 'cause it's so slow.
Oh my days, it's so stupid. It's taken forever to get logging. Like, how slow you want to be. That was a drive to survive our camera there. Did you see that? Pit cam.
No.
Wait. This? What the hell? What is this kick Sauber?
What do you mean? Oh, Crazy's off again.
Look at the kick.
Which one?
Fuck.
What? I'm concerned. What?
I was thinking close up.
I'm concerned. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so Crazy's made another mistake.
Look
He's
at-
on fresh hards.
Look.
What, he's missing half the front of his car? Why is he missing the front of your car and not a screen? My friend's
I'll
screen
send it in the-
basically.
I'll send it in the general chat. Oh wait, that's hello. Oh, get a good camera, please.
It's basically Stefanocci's front end of the car, like the whole front end, like the whole front wing. Like when you take the wing off,
I'll
you know,
send
that
it in
front
general
bit,
chat.
like it's completely missing on his screen, basically.
Oh my.
The EA glitches have literally been like
They're so funny.
out with
this year.
out of the old, in with the new, bro.
They're so good this year. I actually like the glitches. They're just hilarious.
Oh yeah, the leaderboard glitch as well.
Oh yeah, Max Verstappen.
I remember there was one that we were doing a career mode and the leaderboard thing, the starting grid came up and it was every single character was like Yuki Tsunoda and Max Verstappen. Oh
Right.
my god! And then it randomly mixes up people in the
Look
starting
at,
grid
look
as
at
well.
I'll send it in general chat. Look at that glorious car.
That's going to be so error efficient. I
Okay,
don't really
oh.
know what. I don't really know what's happening now because everyone just keeps getting speeding in the pit lane, so
Why
I don't
is
really know
everyone
what's going to happen. I think Mr. Bean could cook here.
Come on,
Mr. Bean for the cook, right?
Up the
No
Mr.
penalty
Bean.
yet.
What?
India as of
Microsoft
Crazy. Crazy's been struggling
365.
with sliding, and everyone in front of him's got 10 seconds.
Why is it called
What is the name of this guy? What is the name of EXA CWM
Bro, it's
guy?
so
I always forget who it
stupid.
is.
This thing is so dumb. I hate this. Wait, no, what? Why have I got...
Touch wood,
Oh
I have a wooden desk. I have a
my
wooden desk.
god. I have trouble.
Mateo, either commentate or shut up.
Sorry.
Chris. Oh, it's Chris.
I've logged into this, Oh, hell no. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh, hell no.
I'm actually gonna kill myself.
Please do.
Oh my god, I'm actually gonna kill myself. Basically, you know how I do further maths, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been sent this thing for Colliers, yeah, for maths A level.
What, your homework?
Yep.
Oh, lovely.
There's this app that I used, yeah, called Integral in year 11,
Yeah.
and we had a schedule for it. I've just been set the exact same schedule
Amazing.
for maths A level. So, basically, I'm gonna have to do everything all over again. Oh my days, I'm actually
Crazy.
SEC practice
Oh, that's crazy again. I don't know what setup Crazy's got on right now.
Right.
But I think the setup
What?
is being set to spin.
Yeah. Maybe this is just old files actually. I feel like I just opened an SEC question. Sorry.
Mateo, you're kind of ruining the whole commentary
Sorry.
of this.
Sorry.
Usually you join in.
Yeah,
Right now though, people are getting a little bit split, and with the 10 seconds, it's really unpredictable who's going to end up wearing shit. So
I think the Mercedes. If I was to gamble, I'd say the Mercedes.
Pull driver
Oh
down
my
inside.
god, this looks so weird.
Oh,
This looks
that's
so
a big
weird.
dive.
It's like it's Sauber. It's so stupid.
You got that Piastri Australian GP thing going on.
I'm gonna go around through the rest of the grid, see if I have any more glitches. Wait, that's Ferrari.
He saw what Norris was doing and thought, yeah, I'll make it look even cooler. Pull diver with that overtake has also set the fastest lap. And I can show you the tyres and the tyre wear. Most people are on the hards now, excepting those who Mr. Bean and Pull Diver who went on the mediums earlier on. Danger Silverstone with a 3-second.
It's like his car's been stretched or something. Because it looks the same size as the other cars. Just without a wing.
Yeah, he's fine on my screen. I just realised how little sponsors are on the side of the Kick Sauber.
Oh.
Like when you compare it, there's nothing on it. Even Haas has more, I think. Not really. Except for the top two and the top three, I mean the third and fourth, it's like, it's a bit chill now. It's certainly chilled out. So, let's have a look at what batteries they've got. They've both got 25% roughly, 30% now charging. Both on, Pull Diver's actually on none. You might want to turn that, there you go, he's turned up to medium now. Very late on the medium there. Still stays pretty far ahead. Hassel, which is 0 sponsor on the side, yeah. At this rate, it's going to have more Toyota sponsor stickers than the actual Haas logo. Everyone's going to think it's Toyota's back in the sport.
Interesting.
It's actually crazy how important sponsors are for the Formula 1 teams, but then how little people probably actually use the sponsors.
What I also wonder is like, it must be quite, you know, the F1 movie, like they actually got paid to have sponsors on that car. Like, it was literally like an F1 team. Like, that's actually kind of mad though. Making money through your movie.
Pretty much.
This movie is brought to you by Tommy Hilfiger.
You know when the movie started, it had like 10 different companies before it actually started the movie.
Yeah. Introduce it, opera.
You know what's annoying though, is that you're not going to be able to watch that movie unless you have an iPhone. Or like iPhone movies.
No, it's just Apple TV. You can get Apple TV or any TV.
Yeah, but like, who wants Apple TV, bro?
No, you can just pay for the film. Like normal, like Amazon Prime.
I can't be bothered.
We've already watched it, so why would you want to watch it again? It's such a weird car.
Stop staring at the Kick Sauber. No! Mr. B!
No, man.
3-second time
Rest
penalty.
in peace, Mr. B. Poor guy. Hold up. Let him cook. 6 up left there in the Silverstone. By the way, I'm going here next week, so.
Yeah, I said that.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll show you where my stand is going to be. So if we ride on board with the front Mercedes here, going down to Cops Corner, 7th gear, down shift to keep the revs up, down to Maggots and Beckett's, the first one's Maggots, the second is Beckett's, and then...
Oh no shit.
And then into Chapel.
Bags and Beckett's, but Beckett's is actually ahead.
Beckett's is 2 corners.
Why would it?
Right. And then down the Hangar Straight, and the big DHL bridge under there. And that's where you get to inner track access, and if on the camera, where the camera is, that is my stand. Right, it doesn't let me show it. Onboard menu, on the left, at the top.
The crane thing.
Yeah, so you go on board with the V-carb, like on the left, the far left grandstand, on the right, at the top. I get to see, it's gonna be lit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a lucky bugger. Okay, moving on.
Uh-huh. Wait. Okay.
It'd be such a shame if you just suddenly got ill one day.
Shut up. Trust me. I got air track access.
Bro's gonna quarantine himself in his room for the rest of the week.
Oh, I already am. Not
to
prevent
flex, but I
illness.
was literally in the movie.
It's just called Xbox. What do you mean?
Did you see yourself, or like, are you just like a tiny little pixel
I
on the
thought it
screen?
was a pixel. But I probably
You were in the Hungary stands. I didn't even rate. They didn't even race around Hungary in the movie, did they?
I did.
Or it was like a 5-minute scene or something.
I was in the
It wasn't
movie.
really-
I was in the movie in Silverstone.
No, but they did the race day. They didn't do the quali. You were only there for quali,
No,
weren't you?
they were given the empty. They were there as well. They did the quali day as well.
Oh, well, the quali's day wasn't in the movie.
Well, I am still in the footage.
That's actually crazy though. Like, they probably
What
would've had to, like,
happens? Because I have
no
a
battery.
you know, like that guy, like he has to have permission to get filmed. What happens if the crowd didn't have, like, one of them didn't want to get filmed? Like, what would you do? Would you sue the movie? No, not anyone will be able to see you. Yeah, I mean,
It'll probably say, when you're buying a ticket, it'll probably say you may be included in the F1 movie. But I think people, if you're going to a Formula 1 venue, I think you'd want to be in the movie.
yeah,
I
true.
don't really think anyone's going to be
Anyway,
staring at you laughing at your
We
face
got a
because
merc,
you've
we got a
clearly
merc
got a bug off
team battle, but it's not really an team battle because one of them has a 10-second.
That's the thing. All of these fights right now are either
I mean,
too
the
far away to be fights,
Stefanocci
or
and
everyone's
the
got
bull
penalties.
diver are fine. Like,
To be
what-
honest, Crazy's kind of could be cooking slightly because
Who's
he hasn't got a
Crazy?
penalty yet. Crazy
Oh,
has been
yeah.
off like the track more times.
Yeah,
than I
but he's
can
11 seconds behind.
But-
mine.
count. Yeah,
Big
but
up
it's
Mr.
possible.
Bull diver hasn't actually not done bad. He's gained 5 positions. So, was that a safety car or something? That
There was
at
a
the
virtual
EXA.
safety car for like 1 second, but that was it.
I was there for that. I think the closest battle is for the final podium spot. Oh wait, it might actually be second in the end. But the
Dion's got 10 sec, so yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure. I already said that in EXA, I think the 10 sets get. I think like you can turn them down to 5 seconds. I think they only count them as 5 seconds for speeding. Is that
That's
right?
That's actually a good thing. I actually agree with that. Because I feel like
I'm
10
pretty sure they
seconds
made it a
is
rule where
ridiculous.
they put it down to 5 seconds rather than 10 seconds. Because going 1 mile an hour over the speed limit is just dumb to get 10 seconds off.
Happens in real life though, which is also dumb. I gotta love Antonelli.
They should make it a 10 second if you're like really speeding, like over a certain limit, but then it should be 5 seconds if you're only going a certain limit, you know, under.
Antonelli is actually the
You have to
great for doing
request
that.
it, so
Bro-
everyone
Bro
knows when
followed-
you're going to get 5 seconds.
Antonelli followed his Osama bin Russell's footsteps. Like, he's such a goat.
Bomba Kimi Antonelli.
No, it's Kimi Bombonelli. Wait. Battery. This Salva is actually cooking with no wind. Like, I don't even know how they do it, because I can literally see inside the car. Like, I'm actually taking a screenshot and uploading this to Reddit or something. Wait, I can't take a screenshot.
Where's your
it
Reddit,
goes
dude?
in-
Chimpanzini Cavallini B12.
Wait, I'm gonna... Let me just...
Huh.
1, 2... I'm gonna take a clip of it. What happened? I clipped it.
No, it should be Chimpanzini Stefanici.
What do you mean? Why?
Really, in the chat put Chimpanzini Cavaghini because it's like the name Jamie Cavaghini or whatever, and then I said it should be Chimpanzini Stefanacci or like Stefanacci or something like that. Just Italian brain rot, basically. 2 laps to go then.
That was an
as
absolute knee slap.
the
that
past
was.
half of the race where my companion has decided to distract for most of it. But it hasn't really had too much action, so you're not really missing out on much. I think I was professional enough in the first half to
I think-
have a good day.
I mean, isn't this like X5, yeah?
It doesn't mean it can't be professional.
No, but obviously there's going to be a bigger field spread than the other gears where there's going to be closer field spread because of, obviously, basic knowledge of the game. More people are closer in like the top 1%, 2% categories than the people within like the top 30%. Because they can go, yeah. I doubt they'll be top 30%. I think they'll be quicker than that. Like, you gotta be like goblin short pace to do that slow.
Alright. That's not my name anymore, you know that, right?
What do you mean?
It's not my Twitch name.
What's your Twitch name?
My Twitch name is F1 Goblin.
Yeah, but it's your Xbox name.
Yeah, but I want to change my Xbox name, but it's like 10 quid to bloody do it.
You get one every 6 months, you know. You can change it every 6 months.
No, you don't.
You do?
Not on Xbox.
Really?
No, I've had this one for years, but it costs money.
I've never changed my name.
You can do it once for free and that's it.
See, I've not used that yet.
Because mine used to be the really cringy name. But yours is you've had some pretty cringy names like the Macca Bacca one.
That was my EA name.
Yeah, I know, that was so dumb. or Snazzy Daddy.
That's my dad's account though, so.
You used it.
Doesn't
It's
count.
technically
Yeah, because I didn't have an account, because I was a 12-year-old or 10-year-old. My account's now ghosted. Oh, yellow flags, and that isn't the pattern where you jinxed him again.
Oh.
Oh, you're actually such a fraud for doing this. I see. What
Mr.
are you
Bean is
doing,
having
man?
a terrible race. Mr. Bean's having a terrible race. Please. Please.
Mr. Bean is cooking, he's not.
This race literally felt like the in real life one today. What, like everything at the
Look,
first few
Mr. Bean's
laps and
cooking,
then
bro. He's only got
the
3
rest of it.
seconds. The other guys have got 10
Yeah.
seconds. Oh no, but it's a 5-second penalty. So.
I'm saying like he's doing really bad to not jinx him, so it works the other way around.
I would
Reverse
say,
psychology.
don't say reverse psychology. Because there's some bad applications of that.
Well,
Like the age of consent. Like,
anyone know if this is one stop? I mean, I can show you. We're on the final lap though.
this is definitely a 1-stop.
One person did a 2-stop, and it was Jamie, and it didn't work out for
He
him.
also but he
did
lost
get
his
completely
wing.
shafted because he got taken out, and his whole wing disappeared. So, yeah, he would have been. He could have got possibly a podium, or definitely be near like Stefanocci. But yeah, 1-stop has been the best one so far. But I would have to say the best thing about this race so far has been the Mercedes pace throughout quali and throughout the race. These two have pretty much not unstuck from each other at all, and they have just performed on another level compared to everyone else behind.
It's like,
Even with a 10-second
what's the
time
year?
penalty, and even if Dion loses the position to Paul Diver, it's still going to be a double podium for Mercedes. No, what,
Yeah, it
no,
will
he's
be.
going to get 4th place.
A
isn't he?
1-2. Because you say he's going to get. So you get.
Oh
to
yeah,
remove.
actually he's going to get a 5 second, so yeah, it will be a 1-2.
What I would do now if I was his teammate, let him through. Get the DRS. Come on.
What, you want to turn the HUD off?
Yeah, see, look.
There you
He
go.
gets through. You see, this is called
He's
teamwork.
DRS swapping.
This
He's
is like
trying
Valtteri
make-
Bottas versus Hamilton, this is.
Make sure that gap doesn't you don't want to risk it in the final sector. You can see now through Vale, it's going to be Germany in Britain taking the victory. Rounding club, it's the final turn. Cross the line, it's a double Mercedes finish in the top. Let's have a look at the rest. Just take this all off.
Race
There
gets
we
a
go.
3 seconds. The curse is real.
Yeah, so I guess if he gets a 5 seconds, he'll be moved up to 2nd place.
The big
Paul
half
Diver
fifth.
will get 3rd, Stefanocci will get 4th, and then the rest will be 1 position lower, I think. No, everyone else will be the same positions.
Where's Mr. Bean?
Because they're being passed. Mr. Bean crossing the line in the next few seconds. Will he be able to go up to 8th place and overtake the kicks
there's
out
no
of
way.
Aussie? No, unfortunately not. By 1 second, he's
Oh,
gonna
there's
finish
a
in 9th.
fight here.
Oh,
he's
big
off the-
contact between the Aston and the Ferrari.
and
Almost taking each other out.
Crazy goes
And
through.
Jamie's going to cross the line in 10th place. And yeah, he actually does get a point even after being completely shafted. Jamie does pick up the points with that 2-stop strategy. So I mean, yeah, if he hadn't gotten shafted there, he
Oh my days, my
the
chair
2-stop
just
could have
broke.
worked, to be honest. But there we go. What a dominant race from the Mercedes team. And it is going to be Chris who takes the win this evening, and Mercedes will be on a dominant roll in X5. Let's just see if the rest of the tiers and the rest of their team.
I don't think they do. I feel like they
better feet.
I don't. I guess
tiers.
they don't do overall constructors because.
Do you do overall
they
constructors?
don't choose the teams. Like, it's just random what team you get, sort of like luck. Like, obviously you get desired teams, but because I signed up, you know, but.
So, driver of the day, Paul Diver. Most overtakes were from Mr. Bean. Paul Diver was the cleanest and had the fastest lap out of any other driver, but it is going to be Chris, our race winner. Here are the finishing standings, and you can see all the 10-second penalties, the fastest lap. And I would, if I had to give a driver of the day here, I mean, these guys all got 10 secs, so it's like, do they really deserve it? Maybe Globe didn't get a single penalty and gained 4 places in the end, so a pretty good race from them. Paul Diver, really, actually, fastest lap, and from second to, from 8th to second place. So I would have to say, driver of the day would be to Paul Diver in the Williams. Great job there to pick up some points for his team, especially when he didn't have a teammate this Grand Prix. I don't think.
Oh, they do have overall constructors.
And these are, if you just want to, I mean, this is going to be a bit blurry if you pause it, but just to quickly go through the race director, if anyone wants to look through that later on for your incidents, then there you go. Okie dokie then.
This is going to be, tomorrow's going to be so dead. I gotta go to the Oxbridge thing as well. Because I want to go to I might want to go to Oxford or Cambridge, don't I? So I've got to stay till 4.
What college?
They're doing an Oxbridge session as well.
Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one. This was the first round of EXA. We are back for Season 9. Check out the rest of the streams later on this week, but for now, the first race is done, and EXA is finished for tonight. Alright, then, see you.
Bye.